Hi, it's Jen with Astrology. Welcome to our new and improved weekly horoscopes, where we go through each horoscope and see what is going on for your week. So if you have your chart and you know your birth time, place, and date, then definitely go by your rising sign. We'll get everything in the correct houses. If you don't have your birth time, you can use your sun sign as your rising sign. So listen to those. And if you know both, then listen to both, because both could be accurate for you. So these are our horoscopes for the week of 1/15 through 1/21, January 15 through the 21st. So just a little quick summary of the aspects we have going on this week. We have on the 15th a sun sextile to Neptune. That's today. Then on the 18th we have Mars in a sextile to Saturn. So a little bit of structure there. And of course today that sun sextile Neptune, the whatever your dreams are, go for it. Sky's the limit. 19th, we have Mercury in a trine to Jupiter. So those ideas, we're going to blow them up and make them big time. And then we also have Venus in a square to Neptune. So a little bit of deceit there, a little bit of misunderstandings maybe. Maybe it's a relationship that seemed great, not so great. But again, it all depends on where this happens in your chart, so stay tuned. So then finally on the 20th is the big ending to the week, where we have the Sun and Pluto conjunction, and then going pretty much hand in hand into Aquarius on the 20th. So if you don't know your birth, if you don't have your chart, contact me, astrotastrology@gmail.com. I can get one over to you, or go to astro.com. Otherwise, just listen to your sun sign, and that'll work just fine. So we'll start with Aries. So with Aries, your week starts with heightened intuition in your work and career area. So you may sense things are being kept hidden under wraps, or some kind of deception, or something that's happening with your reputation. Maybe there's some people gossiping, maybe some things that just don't feel quite right. Be kind of, or maybe they're boosting you a little bit, but it could be all just kind of smoke and mirrors, so you definitely want to keep up with that. Later in the week, we can actively use use this knowledge, use what we've learned from, like, if there is gossip, turn it around and use it to our advantage. You got to take action. If there are people talking about you, call them out on it. That's not necessary. If there are issues going on at work, you're going to fix it. You're going to use that knowledge that you got to fix these things. So we have Saturn in the 12th. That will help keep you focused a little clearly, a little more rationally. That Saturn, that's that internal focus, kind of turn inward. When you start feeling like you want to act out, turn inward. If traveling, you may meet somebody that seems too good to be true. So if it is too good to be true, if it seems too good to be true, it most likely is, unfortunately. But it could be fun in the meantime, so it just might not be long lasting. So this can also be the start of transformative within your social circle. Even your online habits, you may feel the need to just put yourself out there, kind of get out on the internet, maybe post some things on Facebook or whatever kids do these days. So yeah, that's Aries. So then we move on to Taurus. Taurus, you may be fantasizing of traveling or even corresponding with someone from another country. So you have some 90-Day Fiancé energy going on right here. I know I bring that up a lot. It's one of my favorite shows. Just light and not mindless. So it may seem like a promising prospect. Again, this is this sun sextile Neptune. So, you want to be careful of catfishing, because you just don't know. That's when you have that Venus square to Neptune. It's like, what? At the end of the week, okay, maybe it was a catfishing. So if you're a Taurus, definitely look out for that. It's got Venus as your sign, and so that is really, about love, and you just want to find love and be loved and have everything all hunky-dory. Well, just take it easy a little bit. So be careful of catfishing, things that are too good to be true, especially someone from another country. This can expand, though, the way that you look at things, places, people. So if you are talking to someone from someplace else, maybe do a little investigation into that culture. Maybe learn about it. Something might be fascinating about it. This could be even brought into your career reputation. So with this newly gained knowledge, maybe you start studying another. So this is going to be kind of an overtime type thing. So maybe you're going to start studying another language and do something like in a bilingual area. So definitely, if you're finding some interest in another country, use it to your advantage, and maybe start studying that culture, study the language. It could even transport yourself or your business to another country, or with a foreign language, or some kind of affiliation in that way. It may take some time, but the seeds may be planted, and that's all about that Pluto Sun moving over. So then we have Gemini. So for you, this begins in your 8th house. So has your ideas for work, your reputation, has things been a little bit taboo in that area? Other people's money even, or even that rebirth, that coming out of the ashes and just coming up again. So maybe you've gone through a lot of issues, and now you're finally coming out of it stronger, better than ever. So this has been going on for a few years now, because this Pluto was in your 8th house, so now it's moving on. So how are you going to come out of it? Are you going to come out strong? Maybe having to dig yourself out, resurrect yourself. Now is the time to learn from what you've gone through and put it into practice. So here you can use, again, what you've learned. And Gemini, we know you've learned all you can, because that's Gemini for you. They're always learning, always wanting to get all the info and all the nitty-gritty, everything you can get your little minds around. So everything you possibly can. So how can you use this to help others, really? And that's a lot of what this is about, and maybe make a living this way. So if you got even an inheritance, if you don't squander it, maybe invest it, do that research, do that Gemini research into what's a good investment. It's a good week to stay in with the honey also, and just cuddle with some Netflix and chill. So definitely recommending that for all you Geminis out there. Then we move along to Cancer. So a lot happening in your love life right now. Planning a getaway maybe with your honey, but unsure where to go. Do your research again. What is good for others might not be good for you. Like everyone's telling you, you have to go to Bahamas. It's the greatest place ever. You're going to love it. And you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to, Colorado instead. So who knows? Do what feels right for you. Use that gut instinct. You're Cancer. That's what you do. So definitely go with what that intuition is telling you. It's always huge with a Cancer. Always fall back to that. Where those Geminis, they go with the facts. Cancer's more of intuitive type. Also, a great time to check your astrocartography. So being with your friend would be great at this time too. So maybe if you're thinking of traveling, pick up a friend, do a nice little light road trip. But check out that astrocartography and find where's a good way to go. Also, local space if you're just going somewhere close. Also is a great time for a group night out. Maybe go to the casino and press your luck, because Jupiter and Taurus in the 11th, let it ride. So that's Jupiter with Taurus. Taurus is about money. It's ruled by Venus, and then we have Jupiter, so maybe don't hurt if you don't try, but just don't waste a lot trying to get there. So you may be moving into a transitional period for the next part of your life. You may be doing some, dabbling in the occult. Either way, keep that intuition keen. It'll help you along the way. Really trust that gut, all you Cancers out there. Hold on, my notes. I have something in front of it. I gotta move that. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so we have Leo. So a lot of what's happening for you, it's happening in some unsatisfactory houses. So you really just got to watch it. You might feel a little introverted. It's going to be going through 6 and 8. So you might want to pay attention to that health. The Sun sextile Neptune, you might be thinking you're feeling great, but deep down, there might be something going on there. So you want to really pay attention to your health. 8th house too, also, maybe the health of your spouse, or even maybe your spouse's money. So you might want to keep an eye on that. Maybe you're not overspending. Maybe you watch those investments. Your everyday working routines. You might be feeling a little bit run down. That Neptune in there, even though it isn't a sextile, it then does square, so you might be feeling a little bit tired and need a little bit of a rest. Definitely take that if you need it, because that's all just regenerative. And to regenerate yourself in that 8th house themes of just rebirth, regeneration, definitely take some time out for that. For Virgos, we have your creative juices flowing. So maybe try a date night at a painting class or crafting. Make it competitive. That's always fun. So see who does it better. Maybe have a little vote on it. Do some reading or learning different cultures or religions. Great time to do that. Your mind's going to be very open. You're Virgo, so you see what you want, cut out the fat, and really do some studying and just kind of get all the answers, all you Mercury ruled Virgos out there. So try even a new spiritual meditation. Sometimes Virgos and Geminis might have a little trouble relaxing and being introverted, and calming that mind down, especially those air signs. So you just got to calm it down and relax and do some spiritual meditation. It'll be really good for you. If you're making changes in your home, you may not see eye to eye with your partner. So if you are looking to paint a room, maybe he wants or they want one color, you want a different color, you want this look, they want that look. So maybe you just don't fully understand each other, but you can also get very nitpicky, so be careful of that. Don't put them down because they don't quite think the same as you. If your spouse did go and redecorate something and, made a whole nice, flower arrangement or anything, and you don't quite think it's so great and it's a little bit messy, you don't want to be nitpicky. Just appreciate people for the effort they put in. Also, it might be a good time to get a checkup. Health issues might pop up in this next phase of your life, so you're Pluto's moving into the 6th house. So that is your health, that could be your everyday working routines. Something might be throwing a wrench into that or changing it dramatically. That Pluto over the next 20 years will change whatever house it's in, transform whatever it's in. So you kind of want to maybe get ready. Maybe get your blood work done, just top to bottom check just to make sure everything's looking okay. Or big changes in your day-to-day routines coming up. So it might be interesting to look for something like that. So then we go on to Libras. So Libra, Sun or Rising. That's one is me. So what's going on at home with your parents' family, or just maybe your genetics, not genetics, ancestry. Think of my words. If there was maybe health issues that were popping up, that were issues before, they are probably getting turned around a little bit. So even if it was someone in your family that was having these health issues, so hopefully it's getting turned around or something, however it might have affected you. These things might be getting clarified. So if there was if you had some ongoing issues that weren't clearing up, now they should be getting better. So if you've been facing this for the last part of your life, maybe the last 20 years or so, maybe you've been having some issues that you weren't sure about, even maybe some anxiety, stress about maybe everyday work, or having trouble with work, having trouble getting work. That should be kind of coming to fruition and changing. So You know what needs to be done. You know, Libra, you want to keep balance, you want to keep focus. Fix what's broken, stop putting things off. You know, you want one side's weak, the other side will be weak. This is Libra. We want it to be fair and balanced. Miscommunication could be a factor with siblings or even coworkers. Could cause some grief with you. So, you know, keep watch of that. So you might be having some issues there. Maybe you're not seeing eye to eye. So things might be off balance. You might not think things are fair. You might see some unfairness there. That could pop up for you Libras. So definitely keep an eye on that. So moving on, we have Scorpio. So this will be in your 3rd, 5th, and 7th house. So doing something creative, crafts, painting, with a friend would be great. Or with a partner, 7th house. So focus will be really strong. So you'll be very strong, very acute. You Scorpios really think down deep and you put your all into things. You know, when there's something that you're passionate about, you're really passionate about it. So kind of an unwillingness to give up. You're going to kind of feel that way. You're going to be determined. So if you are thinking of writing especially, this is a great time. Mercury is strong in your communication, your creativity. So by yourself, or even if you have a co-writer, writing with somebody or somebody helping you, great time for that. So expand that mind and just put all that Scorpio, you know, passion down on paper. With the Sun and Pluto moving into your 4th house, expect changes in your home life, your family, maybe even your parents, maybe a big move into the next phase of your life. So that's going to be over the next few years. You might see a sneak peek of that coming up. So moving on, we have Sagittarius. So all you Sagittarians out there, if you're thinking of making a change, maybe a new haircut, a new hair color, even a wardrobe change, making a change to your home even. Big changes, you know, that could really, you know, be, I would say, if it's something in your home, it's a big change. It's not just painting, it's probably maybe even new construction, an addition. So let your creative juices flow and go with what feels right. You might have somebody saying you should do it this way, this is what needs to be done. Well, you're feeling that it needs to be done this way, go with your gut. You're the one that's planning it, you're the one that's paying for it most likely. So definitely exert your power in that area. Do what feels right. With the Sun and Pluto moving from the 2nd house to the 3rd house, expect changes in communication, maybe the way that you tackle certain issues, the way you fight for yourself or for others. You could have some deep difficulties creeping up with siblings or neighbors, so maybe there could be like a neighborhood feud, or, you know, push yourself, or you get pushback from, you know, when you're assertive. So maybe, you know, some arguments within the family. This is going to be a lot with, you know, your heritage and your ancestry. So maybe there's something going on with your history that is something to do with your siblings. So expect maybe something to be popping up a little bit about that that's going to expand on in the next portion of your life. So then Capricorns. So has the way that you face the world really metamorphosized over the past phase of your life? I know for me, I have a Capricorn rising, and I've really changed my whole outlook on life. The whole kind of person that I've been has really changed from this introverted 12th house type of person to an extroverted 1st house, driven, career driven, you know, just a very big change. So you Capricorns rising out there, the past phase of your life, have you seen these changes in yourself? Well, now it's time to take what you've learned from these changes, from this metamorphosis, and grow from it and use it to benefit financially. This is moving into your 2nd house. This is your financial house. This is the things you own. This is your money. Using communication, maybe getting a job in communication somehow, even starting a YouTube or a TikTok channel, whatever, you know, whatever you're drawn to just outwardly express your creativity, with that bold confidence, just go out there and say, hey, I'm doing astrology. This is what I'm doing. So this is kind of where I'm putting my cards. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is what I'm trying. So we'll see what's going on. So, this is the time you exude that confidence in that change that you had in yourself to just shine and really rake in the benefits from it. And, it could be just really a great time in your life. So Aquarius rising, Aquarius sun, you guys get ready to change your outlook, the way that you deal with the world, or even the way that your appearance. So this is now moving into your first house. So, you have everything that's going on this week, but this is all leading to this transformation, coming out of your shell, time to emerge from that cocoon and become that butterfly. In some ways, you may have felt like a prisoner, or just held back, kept from doing what you really want. Now you are finding that drive to break free, that that sun and sextile to Neptune, the sky is the limit. You've got to go for what you want, and it's a great time to do that. The Venus Neptune, you want to be a little bit careful, especially when it comes to money and financial things. You might want to do your research on that, and don't just go investing into something that seems too good to be true, because it could come back and bite you in the ass afterwards. And you don't want this transformation to be a negative one. You want it to be a positive one. So use the astrology for positive, and to try and use it and work with it to benefit from it. That's what's great about astrology. You get a little sneak peek into what's going to be happening and how you can use it to your advantage. So what is holding you? Figure out what is holding you back. What is, mark your territory and get on with it. It's this is, take back what's yours. This is mine. I want it. This is my life. I want it. Take it back. It's your time to shine. Really, it's going to be a big time for Aquarius, I think, coming up, especially with everything that's going on in there. Big changes in the world, especially with you Aquarians out there. So finally, last but not least, we have our sweet, mutable Pisces. You're actually becoming more introverted, and Pisces, they're a lot of times introverted already. This is moving into your 12th house, so if you're a Pisces, be very careful of substances. Be careful if you're doing a lot of drinking. Be careful of becoming a recluse. Be careful of any drugs, anything that might be addictive, anything that might keep you separated from society. You want to be really careful. This also could mean that you may be working remotely, so maybe that's how you're pulling away from society. So maybe you're not working in an office setting or among people, but you're working from home. Maybe you're working in some kind of an institution, some kind of hospital, prison, maybe even a retirement home. 12th house can show that type of work. So if you're interested in helping and you've been working towards helping people, this is a great outlet for you to go and help people and kind of work with people that might be struggling. So maybe being a counselor, looking into counseling, and maybe even something online. Maybe you could, this is coming out of your 11th house, so maybe you've been looking into, again, maybe getting an online channel where you give self-help tips and that type of thing. Great time to maybe start doing something like that. Communication is going to be at a high. You have Mercury sextile to Neptune, talking through what could be an addictive, talking through, helping people from, things that they might be having a lot of struggles with. This is, taking action, really being a big help to somebody, expand that horizon, expand your knowledge, expand the things that you went through to help others. Use that trine to Jupiter to really do that. So it's a good time to really channel that Piscean it's really a very good time for Pisces right now to channel that Piscean energy, to channel that acceptance, to channel that help, that compassion, that empathy. Put your face forward. Even if you're at home, you want to face the world and you want to just have a bright outlook and help others and help yourself too. Be careful not to go down a bad way. So I hope you enjoyed these horoscopes, y'all, and let me know what you think. I would really appreciate having you see some things in the comments. Say whatever you like. I'd like to hear good or bad. If you like this way, if you want me to go a different way, I'm working with you guys. We're ending up on our first year with Astro T Astrology, and I just want to be there to grow with you guys, and I want you to grow with me, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Whatever input you have, feel free to put it in the comments. You can email me, astrotastrology@gmail.com, and I will love to hear from you, and you'll always get a response. So again, let me know what you think. Come with me on this journey for this next upcoming year of 2024. It's going to be very exciting, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Get notified of future videos coming up, because there is going to be a lot going on this year. We have our next video coming up is going to be the full moon in Leo that's happening on the 25th of this month. So stay tuned, y'all. Have a good week. Bye.